Namaskar, viewers and listeners of the Great Game Reloaded. I am Tilak Devasher. Imran Khan has been in prison since August 2023, serving a 14-year sentence in a corruption case. A former Prime Minister, a global cricket icon, the only Pakistani leader in decades to command mass, voluntary public support across provinces, demographics, and even generations. And the state has bent every rule, every institution, every law to keep him there. Let that sink in. 2 years and 4 months and counting. But this is not just a story of prisoner 804. It is a story of a state at war with its own people. It's the story of a political system that refuses to tolerate any leadership outside the framework of military approval. And it is a story of a country drifting deeper into authoritarian control even as its economy collapses and its security situation deteriorates. So let's break down the latest developments: the crackdown on Imran Khan and the PTI, the rising hostility from Pakistan's military, the continuing pressure on civil liberties, and what all this means for Pakistan's future. PTI leaders and his family say his physical and mental health is deteriorating. His sisters have sounded the alarm. His sons have told international media that they are concerned that they will never see their father alive. Even the United Nations Special Rapporteurs have expressed concern about his isolation and lack of due process. In the latest confrontation outside Adiala jail, Imran Khan's elderly sisters were subjected to water cannons at dawn in the bitter cold and dragged by their hair for trying to meet a political prisoner, not attacking the jail, not protesting violently, simply waiting outside for a chance to meet him. And now a case under the Anti-Terrorism Act has been registered against two of his sisters for protesting outside Adiala jail. Can you imagine a case under Anti-Terrorism Act for protesting peacefully? The larger question is, why is Imran Khan being treated this way? Because he refuses to break, because he refuses to endorse the political order created to replace him, and because, even from prison, he continues to command the single largest political constituency in Pakistan. In a pointed, unusually aggressive press conference, the DGISPR, the army's spokesperson, recently launched the harshest attack yet on Imran Khan. He accused him of being a national security threat and warned that the army would come after him bare-knuckled. This is not normal language. This is the language Pakistan's army uses before it destroys someone politically, legally, institutionally, and yes, physically. Think about what this means. A former elected leader is being framed as an enemy of the state, not because he committed treason, not because he sold secrets, but because he challenged the military's interference in politics. For years, the army maintained a facade. We are neutral. We are apolitical. We intervene only when the state needs stability. That facade is now gone. The DGISPR's comments make it clear. The army considers Imran Khan a threat, not to Pakistan, but to its own control over national politics. That's why he remains in prison. And now, in the latest development, on 20th December, a Pakistani court sentenced Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi to a total of 17 years in prison, 10 years under the Pakistan Penal Code and 7 years under the Prevention of Corruption Act, in a case linked to under-invoicing of state gifts, the so-called Toshakhana 2 case. The court said it was taking a lenient view in awarding lesser punishment considering the old age of Imran Khan as well as the fact that Bushra Bibi is a female. Really? Was this a lenient view or was it meant for the international galleries? As the Express Tribune put it in its editorial titled Another Conviction on 21st December 2025, and I quote, the treatment meted out to Imran Khan has crossed the threshold where justice can plausibly claim neutrality. Unquote. Since Imran Khan is already behind bars, this conviction only tightens the lock. However, Imran Khan remains unfazed. He has asked the youthful Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, or KPK, to hit the streets. The six-party opposition alliance, the Tehreek-Tahaffuz-e-Ain Pakistan, has given a call for a nationwide wheel jam and shutter-down strike on 8th February 2026, the second anniversary of the general election of 2024. But worse is likely to come for Imran Khan. Pakistan's government is now considering charging Imran Khan under Article 6 of the Constitution for high treason. This is extraordinary. Article 6 is meant for those who abrogate constitutions. But now it is being considered for a popular former Prime Minister. Why? Because the state believes the only way to neutralize Imran Khan permanently is to declare him a traitor and deal with him accordingly. The first indication of this was in the ISPR's statement announcing the punishment of former DG ISI Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid that, and I quote, involvement of the convict in fomenting vested political agitation and instability in cohorts with political elements and in certain other matters is separately being dealt with, unquote. This is ominous and likely to be linked to Imran Khan, and both he and Faiz Hamid could be tried for treason for the 9th May events. The government has also hinted at moving Imran Khan to another prison, possibly in Balochistan or Sindh, a tactic often used to bake prisoners by isolating them from legal teams and families. This relocation threat is not administrative, it is strategic. It signals that the state intends to keep Imran Khan in maximum isolation for as long as it takes to break the PTI's political momentum. Meanwhile, his party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, is under siege. Its leaders are jailed, kidnapped, pressured, or forced to quit politics altogether. Alongside this, the government has discussed the possibility of banning the PTI altogether. If that happens, one of Pakistan's largest political parties will be erased on paper. Millions of voters will be disenfranchised. The political landscape will be forcibly rearranged. And the message will be unmistakable. No party can survive without the military's approval. No leadership can emerge without the military's blessing. Then, Imran Khan's strongest support base, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or KPK, is turning into a political fault line. Islamabad fears exactly this. A province ruled by Khan's party, the PTI, refuses to surrender politically. Not surprisingly, there are talks of dismissing the popularly elected government and imposing governor's rule. If the centre does so, it could trigger a dangerous escalation. KPK is not Punjab. Political policing there has never been easy, and public anger in the northwest carries historical memory and energy. Beyond state pressure, violence against PTI members, even PTI lawmakers and lawyers, has increased. It signals that the PTI is being treated not as a political opponent, but as an insurgent movement. Uncomfortably for Pakistan, the world is watching, and now it is speaking. The United Nations and the United States Congress have stepped directly into the political storm engulfing Islamabad. Their message is simple, sharp, and unprecedented. Imran Khan's detention has crossed every red line of international human rights law. The UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, Dr. Alice Jill Edwards, has issued the strongest warning yet. She says Imran Khan's detention conditions, prolonged solitary confinement, 23 hours a day inside a cell with no sunlight, no ventilation, and cameras monitoring him round the clock, may amount to psychological torture. Under international law, solitary confinement beyond 15 days is considered inhumane and degrading treatment. Imran Khan has been held this way for months. The UN is now demanding immediate compliance with global standards and has formally taken up the case with the government of Pakistan. Apart from the UN, members of the US Congress have sounded the alarm. 44 of them have written to Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Pakistan's escalating crisis of authoritarianism and calling for targeted sanctions against Army Chief Asim Munir. Several lawmakers are now pushing for hearings on Pakistan's human rights record, and some are calling for conditions on US aid unless Islamabad stops targeting political dissent. Pakistan wanted the world to ignore this crisis. Instead, the world is documenting it in legal language, in congressional memos, and in diplomatic pressure. And the message is unmistakable. Imran Khan is not just a domestic political prisoner anymore. He has become an international human rights case, and Pakistan can no longer pretend otherwise. So, what does all this mean for Pakistan? Because this is not just about Imran Khan. This is about the future of Pakistan itself. 1. Militarization of civilian politics. The army is no longer pretending to stay neutral. Its role in shaping the political order is direct and open. 2. Rising public anger. Millions of PTI supporters feel disenfranchised. Suppressing this energy does not eliminate it, it radicalizes it. 3. International scrutiny. UN bodies, Western governments, and human rights groups are all watching Pakistan's handling of Imran Khan and raising concerns. 4. A state losing control of its narrative. Despite the crackdown, PTI remains the most popular political force in Pakistan. Suppressing it may produce the illusion of stability, but not the reality. Imran Khan's imprisonment is not a symbol of state strength. It is a symbol of state insecurity and weakness. He may be isolated in a prison cell, but his political shadow looms over Pakistan's entire landscape. The more the state suppresses him, the more its legitimacy erodes. And so the crisis continues, not just inside Adiala jail, but outside it, in Pakistan's courts, in its streets, in its provinces, and in the hearts of its people. And everyone is asking one question: can Imran Khan survive this onslaught? This is a developing story, and I will be back with more in due course. I am Tilak Devasher. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and comment. Namaskar and Jai Hind.